Hi everybody, welcome back to the Master Flow Plumbing YouTube channel. Today we're on location to repair a Mansfield toilet. Customer called and said that this toilet was constantly running. They had to actually use looks like an Arnold Palmer can to actually hold the float up on this. And in doing so, they caused an additional problem. And that is, they broke this piece right here. There's a little crack right here on this, and that is about ready to break off. And that was because it was forced up too much. This is what actuates the water to go on and off. So when the float comes up, it lifts that and shuts it off. Well, when they used the can to prop that up, they used a little too much force and broke that piece right there. So we're going to be replacing that part also. So let's point this out. This is a little bit tricky on this particular, this toilet. Has nothing to do with the toilet, but the shutoff valve you notice down here. Most people do not know how to operate that shutoff valve, okay? So it's not that difficult, but it's also kind of difficult because what you want to do is you want to make sure you always hold back with another hand, and you're going to pull that knob towards you. Once you do that and you hear that click, we should be able to let the water out of this tank and not let any more in. Talk about this toilet for a second. This is a Mansfield toilet. You'll find this in probably 90% of new homes out there nowadays, simply because they are an inexpensive toilet to buy. They're a decent toilet. They're by no means top of the line, but they're decent enough for most homes. But these were really popular, and the reason being is because the cost savings on them. So with that said, they're not the easiest toilet in the world to repair, and I'll explain why. So what probably, I can only speculate because I didn't see this originally before that part got broke, but probably the only thing that was wrong was this part right here. And I just simply call it a Mansfield gasket. It's part number 630-0030. And they call it a flush valve seal, which is also correct, obviously. So we're going to take that out of the package here, make sure it's in good shape. And I'm going to have our camera girl come over my shoulder here. I'm going to show you how this gets done. So this tube comes out, and this piece right here literally just unscrews. Now this particular toilet also does not have the correct flush handle, or the OEM flush handle, so it might be a little tricky, but what we want to do is we want to pull this piece up. I'm going to kind of bend it over gently to get it unhooked right there. I'm going to pull it over there off to the side. Now if you look down inside of there, you'll see this red gasket has really deteriorated on this particular toilet. This is not uncommon on houses that have city water, that have a lot of chlorine in the water. People who use Clorox chlorine tablets inside the toilet tanks, very, very common, to see that. So what we're going to do here, well, you know what? I'm going to be replacing this whole flush valve here, so I'm just going to get rid of this, get it out of my way. And I'm going to reach down in here. Now you see there's a black ring underneath this red ring. Try not to touch that because it will turn your fingers black. So I'm not going to have a choice, but I'm just kind of fair warning you, don't touch that too much. As you can see, this red gasket is about ready to fall apart completely. And it fits into a groove down in here. Yeah, this one's completely disintegrated. So you can see I pulled it out of the groove right there. I'll set it off the side. I'm going to take the new one. I'm going to put it in here, and what I always do it one-handed, but I always get one side started into that little groove. And then I use my thumb and my finger, and I go around it like that. And get it into that groove. And then I always try to take my hand and spin it around in a circle until it spins nice and freely in that groove, and it's in there. So what happens when you flush the toilet is this piece gets picked up off of that seal and lets the water out of the tank and into the bowl. Okay, and that is what causes the toilet to flush. Well, when this thing looks like this, it cannot hold the water in the toilet tank. So the water will just slowly, sometimes fast. I'm going to guess this one is fast. And when it does that, it'll just let the water out of the tank to the point where the fill valve float drops and it causes it to flush again. We're going to do a little time elapse here, a little YouTube magic, and I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to the part where we actually have the new part in here, and we're going to test this out. We've already done a video on how to replace these before. You can find that on our channel somewhere. on how to fix a toilet. Through our magic of YouTube, we've got this part replaced right here. I did go ahead and throw a new handle on this one too. The other one was getting kind of crusty. I didn't have a Mansfield OEM handle. What I had was a generic one that will work on this toilet, so I replaced that. If you look over here, look down into this tank of water, you'll see that red gasket down there. That's what I replaced. If you look off to the right of it right here, you'll see there's like some red dust down in there in the bottom of the water. Well, that's from that other gasket, that Mansfield gasket that was just completely falling apart. So with that said, that is the repair on this toilet. It seems to be holding its water level correctly. Again, during that brief little pause there, we did go ahead and replace the fill valve right here. Ordinarily, I would replace the supply line whenever I replace this part. I would put a new supply line on there. However, in this particular instance, if you look down here on these shutoff valves, these are built onto this. So the only way to replace the supply line is to replace this valve. And we're not going to get into that today. This one seems to be holding just fine. It didn't look damaged. One thing you'll always want to look for when you change that part is you want to make sure this rubber seal inside of here is still there and intact and makes a good seal. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep an eye on that for a couple of days. Make sure you don't get no puddles on the floor right there. With that said, folks, that is the end of this video. That is a repair that is very, very common that needs to be done, and hopefully this helps some of you so you don't have to call a plumber to do it. You can get these, gosh, I think you can get them on Amazon. We'll try to include a link down in the description for it. We'll certainly give you the part number in the description. But I'm going to guess any of the big box stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, those places probably have a version of it. If not the OEM, they probably have a knockoff. I am not a big fan of knockoff parts. I like to use the OEM stuff. So, all right, you folks have a good day. Thanks for joining us.